Today, Pink Lady Presents continues with part 2 of a 2-part series on the legendary life of MoTown's head of A&R, Micky Stevenson.
Hello, everyone out there. Pink Lady here with Pink Lady Presents It Ain't Over Till You or I Say It's Over. Our guest today definitely proves that point. Welcome, William Micky Stevenson, the A&R man to Berry Gordy's MoTown labels. Micky, you helped carve out those fabulous years for hundreds of black artists, like, name a few.
Stevie Wonder, Marvin Gaye, Four Tops.
I know.
I got to tell you about the Four Tops. When I was on furlough, I went to the Warfield Theater. That was our Apollo in Detroit.
Right.
And the Four Tops, Jackie Wilson, and somebody else was there. But they had an amateur show. And the amateur show, the Four Tops weren't known as the Four Tops then, they were called the Four Aims.
Oh, okay.
And they had this amateur show going on. And I'm sitting there watching the show, and they had 3 or 4 acts come on, terrible. When the Four Aims, alias Four Tops, come on, they started singing, and they did a song called, they took R&B, jazz, and a heavy blues thing and put it all in one song. And they would go do-do-do, da-do-da-da, ooh-ah. And they make those harmonies. I said, man, these guys are great. Of course, they won the contest. But that was one of the main things that made me say to myself, I'm not going to stay in the Army. I'm going in the show business. And I said, one day these guys are going to be stars.
Wow.
That was then, right?
Yeah.
Years later, after I got with Barry, with the MoTown thing, I'm in New York, and I'm doing jazz. Barry said to me, we need a jazz label. I said, come on, BG, jazz, less than 10% of the market. You know, we're doing great. He said, I want a jazz label. You the A&R man? I said, yeah. He said,
get it. Just get it. I can hear him.
That's it, exactly. I said, okay. So I go into New York, and I'm working with all the jazz musicians and cutting this album, and and the problem with that in those days, jazz musicians wouldn't stay with one label. Oh. They would do an album with you, and then you'd do one with you, and they would kind of mix it up. So you couldn't build them that way. Their names would go, but you couldn't, build an artist like that. Not like we were trying to do at MoTown. So I said, okay, I am going to get me a singer, like a Nancy Wilson, and then build her with the jazz, blah, 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 right? So that was that part. So I said to Barry, okay, BG, I'm coming out of New York. This ain't happening. And he said, okay. And I said, so this is my last day there. I stopped by a club, and Billy Eckstein is singing. I said, okay, B. His opening act was the Four Tops.
That's funny.
But I didn't know that because I saw Four Tops, and the group I knew was the Four Aims, remember?
That's funny.
So I'm sitting down there waiting, and it's this group walk on, but I remember the guys, and they started singing. I said, oh, my God, that's the group. And they sang. I told the owner of the place, I said, hey, those guys come over here as soon as they get off. He came over to my table. I said, hey, man, you guys were the Four Tops in Detroit. You're the Four Aims. Now you're the Four Tops. I said, you got to come back to Detroit, sign with me, I'll make you stars.
Oh, my, and?
They looked at me like I was crazy. I said, man, what are you talking about? We sang jazz. I said, you sing music.
Yeah.
I said, and one of your best songs that I remember was, and I sang the tune that they did because it never left my head.
I love it.
Do-do-do-do, da-do-da-da.
I started singing. Crazy.
And so they started singing with me. Now, we're in the club now. I'm singing, they're singing. And I said, now, you come into Detroit, I'll sign you, make you stars. And the guy said, man, y'all just got to go back on, the owner. And so I said, okay, I'll see you in Detroit. So I got up, and I said, do-do-do-do, da-do-da-da. And they said, do-do-do, da-do-da-da. And we da-da-da. I'm walking out the door. We left, right?
Oh.
They came home 2 weeks later. Duke and the Four Tops knocked on my door at the office. And they said, okay.
We're
here. What about this stuff thing you want to do with us?
On.
I said, no problem. We had a short conversation. I reached in my drawer, pulled out 4 contracts, because I kept all the contracts in my drawer. Put the contracts on the table. I say, you can take them. I say, take them to your lawyer, whatever you want to do. I'm going to tell you right now, I ain't changing shit.
This is it.
This is it. So, but I will make you stars. They took the contracts, went out the door. About 20 minutes later,
You better
they
believe
came back
it. You
in.
better believe
They
it.
walked up in, they said, give me a pen. Give me a pen. So I said, you gonna let your lawyer read it? They said,
Nope.
you said you was gonna make some stars. That's all we count on.
That's right.
You got it.
That's right. Your word.
And I could tell they wasn't playing either. You know? I take them over to they signed. I take them over to the studio area. All the boys, Holland, those, everybody hanging around. And so Barry said, man, you got us another group? I said, hold it, BG. I said, Levi, sing a song. He said, what song? I said, sing anything. Levi started singing. Barry said, wow. Holland Dozier say, excuse me. Everybody ran to their rooms to start writing.
Oh, wow. We're going to go into Marvin Gaye, Kim Weston with It Takes Two. I know. I love these things. I'm having a ball.
One can have a dream, baby. Two can make that dream so real. One can talk about being in love. Two can say how it really feels. One can worship on a star. Two can make that wish come true, yeah. One can stand alone in the dark. Two can make the light shine through. It takes two, baby. It takes two, baby. Me and you. Just takes two.
Oh, my. I'm getting exhausted here. I'm like dancing over here. And wait till you hear another one with dancing.
One of the things I wanted to share with you is I was in the service during the Vietnam War, 62 to 65. I went in 62, came out in 68. But 3 of those years I was in Europe. And I had 8 bases in France, Spain, Morocco, Libya, and Germany. And it didn't matter where I went. If it was the NCO club, the officers club, wherever it was, this was the music. There were always people who were in service who played piano. And they would get up there and start playing along with whatever was recorded. There was no color line
Right.
in the Air Force. There was no color line in the Navy, in the Marines. They were fellow soldiers.
Yes.
And they loved music, good music. That's what Motown was all about.
We have a song coming up now called Devil with the Blue Dress On, Mitch Ryder. So we're going to hear that. I love that name, Devil with the Blue Dress On. We're going to make it the pink dress.
Another song.
Another song. Woo, yeah. Woo.
Jump up, get it. Hey, devil with the blue dress, blue dress, blue dress, devil with the blue dress on. Yeah, devil with the blue dress, blue dress, blue dress, devil with the blue dress on. Beep, beep, bye, bye, bo, bo, bum. Looking mighty now, here she come. Wearing a wig hat and shades to match. High heel shoes and an alligator hat. Wearing a pearls and a diamond ring. Got bracelets on her finger and everything. Devil with the blue dress, blue dress.
Shorty Long.
There's a devil with the blue dress on. Lord have mercy. Devil with the blue dress on. Devil with the blue dress on. Hey.
Woo! I tell you, I'm moving and grooving over here. I love this. Now, fabulous. Who was that song about?
To make that clear, I got to tell you about my partner who wrote the song.
Okay, I'm ready.
His name was Shorty Long.
Okay.
Shorty Long had to be about this tall. Okay?
Right.
Shorty Long, when he sat at the piano, his foot could not reach the pedal.
Love it. I love it.
So he had to kind of ease down there and play the piano. Shorty Long loved tall, beautiful girls.
Okay.
Now, can you imagine? He's here and the girls are way up there.
I love it.
And he said, oh man, how about this idea right here? And he was playing this groove to Devil with the Blue
Right.
Dress. So we wrote that song together.
I love it.
And I could see the girls that Shorty was in love with by the way he would get into this song. So the song came, and he really, I mean, he was gone.
Oh.
I mean, when they tall and fine, he was just out to, they could just pick him up like this camera. On
I love it. Oh, my Lord.
So that's what the song was all about, and that's what it came from. And it was a fun thing to write, and to hear him sing it was also fun.
It was also funny. Wow.
And is he still alive? Is he still
No,
he
Shorty
passed on?
passed.
We'll be right back.
At one time or another, every family is faced with mobility issues for a loved one. Call Before You Fall is here for you with all the safety and mobility solutions your family needs. Come see Alex in the Call Before You Fall showroom, or if you can't, they'll come to you in one of their fully stocked service vans. So put your mind at ease today. Call Alex at 1-800-829-1491. Remember, be on the safe side.
Well, let me ask you a question. Why a pseudonym name, Avery Vandenberg, for some of Jovette's? I mean, why did you pick that?
We opened a company, Barry did, another publishing company. We had Jovette Music.
Right.
And then he opened another company. And he put this one with ASCAP. So
Okay.
now we had two
Yeah.
companies. Now, as you know, back in the days, publishing companies and everybody else was a very prejudiced situation, no matter what. And it was in that bit part of the business as well. And when I found Ron Milner, who did For Once in My Life, Once in My Life,
Someone to care.
yeah, which is a whole nother story.
Yeah.
It put us in another place of music. So, and I enjoyed that place because that's where with plays and shows, that's
Right,
part of my
right.
feeling. So we changed our names for writers, Smokey, myself, and others, so that we would fit the white quote
The image.
I
image
get
that they
it.
want to hear.
Love it. Oh, my goodness.
So,
Yes.
and the name of the company was called Stein and Van Stock.
Woo. Okay.
You know what I mean? We could have called it a soulful name, but that wasn't going to
No,
work going
no,
into.
no.
All right.
Love it.
And so I became Avery Vandenberg.
Love it.
And every time, and I tell my brother, I say, okay, now, when they write in, they'll write to your address. And every time they wanted us to come in and receive something, we couldn't show up because the name of it.
Oh, I love that story. I now want to stop and I want to go to one of my favorites, which is Stevie Wonder's Uptight. Everything is all right. I'm ready.
Everything is alright. Uptight, out of sight. Baby, everything is alright. Uptight, out of sight. I'm a poor man, son, from across the railroad track. Only shirt I own is hanging on my back. But I'm the envy of every single guy. Since I'm the apple of my girl's eye. We go out stepping on the town for a while. My money's low and my suits are on style. But it's alright if my clothes aren't due. Out of sight because my heart is true. She said, baby, everything is alright. Uptight, out of sight. Baby, everything is alright. Uptight, clean eyes.
Wow. Oh, wow. No, it's
Okay.
I love it. Woo, that is a good one. I don't blame you for doing that. It's like moving and grooving over
Worked me
there.
up.
I am. We'll be right back.
From infants to seniors, AdvantagePlusCaregivers.com provides quality, compassionate caregivers that you can depend on. And for those departing the hospital, our transitional care service delivers significantly improved patient outcomes. So if you or someone you love is in need of home care, call 1-800-687-8066. AdvantagePlusCaregivers.com. We're all about the care.
There was a song that you wrote called Here I Am. Could you kind of just sing a couple of bars of it? Here I am.
Here I am, born to love you with all of my heart. Oh, God.
I know.
Here I am, born to love you with all of my heart. I give myself completely, hoping you will treat me with love and care. I need you, I swear, darling, here I am. Here I'll be forever if you will need me. With no ties to bind you, just let me stand beside you. I want you free, just loving me. You can go anywhere, darling, I don't care, 'cause here I am, oh, darling, here I am, oh, here I am. I'm just trying to tell you.
Oh, woo! I love it. I love your voice. I don't care what Berry Gordy said about your voice. Hello, Berry Gordy. I don't care what you said. He's good. You know, Micky said, the world of entertainment is a game. It's a game with a purpose. The game is to have fun and enjoy yourself. The purpose is to diligently pursue your dream. Micky, you have done that. You have pursued a dream that others could only think about, not even do. But you did it because you not only had the smarts, quote unquote, to do it, but you had the heart to do it. You're also now doing some things.
Oh, yeah.
Do you have the book for me, honey?
Yes.
I just read this and reread it, marked all the lines. I mean, it's all pink pencil, everybody. The book is called MoTown's First A&R Man Presents the A&R Man himself. You were honest about your faux pas, your mistakes, and you were truthful to the people who depended on you to get them out there. How did we get this
Oh,
book?
it's on Amazon,
On Amazon.
or you can go to my site,
What's
William
your
Micky
site?
Stevenson,
Okay.
and my website, William Micky Stevenson. It'll
William
show-
Micky Stevenson, when you start to pick this up, you're going to learn about the history of where real music came from. There's one of my favorite songs that was written among many, many songs. And it's called, I love this. I'm going to get up and dance. It's called Dancing in the Streets with Martha and the Vandellas. Let's hear that one.
Calling out around the world, are you ready for a brand new beat? Summer's here and the time is right for dancing in the street. We're dancing in Chicago, down in New Orleans,
Tell him the story. This
Okay.
is so cute.
Couple of things. First of all, 1986, I was in a Boston hotel in Cambridge on the Charles River, and I'm getting ready to do a radio show with Larry Glick the next night. I had all my notes spread all over, and an ad came on television. I had it very softly in the background, and it said, "Dancing in the Streets, the musical, tonight, closing night." And I said, I gotta go. And I pushed all the papers aside. I got out of bed, got dressed, went over to the theater. I said, "I just hope you have a ticket because I want in." And they said, "Well, sure." And so they bought a ticket. The place was packed. They start doing the musical, and when they get to Dancing in the Streets, they do the song, and then the lead 4 or 5 people come out, and they're on the edge of the stage, and they said, have you had enough Dancing in the Streets? And everyone yelled, "No!" Said, okay, and they had a live band. They said, "Follow us." And they started dancing up the aisle, out the front door to Tremont Street, around Washington Street, back into the theater.
Wow.
And we're all dancing in the street. Okay. Something I never forgot. I got a chance to see it firsthand. The other thing that I get to do, and I know we both served in the Air Force at about the same time. I have the privilege of being the president of the Los Angeles National Cemetery Foundation. And we, for the first time, have done something that we have never done in 100 years, and that is we developed a challenge coin to commemorate the 88,800 American heroes that are interred in our cemetery. And it gives me tremendous pleasure and honor to present you, Micky Stevenson, with one of our challenge coins from the Los Angeles National Cemetery Foundation, where, by the way, as I said, we have 88,800 graves. Starting this fall of 2019, we're doubling capacity with 90,000 more niches for 90,000 cremated remains of veterans. We'll be handling it for 25 or so funerals every day, starting in the fall. And I'm going to invite you to come to the columbarium opening, where everybody will have 2,000 very important people honoring our American heroes. So on behalf of the Board of Directors and our director, Tom Ruck, thank you for all you've done for our military, not only serving, but making sure that our veterans and our active duty are included in everything you do. Thank you.
Thank you. Wonderful.
And Micky, your saying and my saying in a particular thing just goes together. If you can dream and believe it, you can do it. But like they say out there, it ain't over till I say it's over. And Micky, it's not over till you say it's over, and it's not over. Tell us what you're doing now.
I am doing a musical called Les Gems, The Jewel. And it's about women, for women. And with that musical, I want to inspire them, or keep on inspiring them, because they're on a move now, which is fantastic.
Right.
And I want to keep on with that, let them know that it's wonderful. And I have 5 daughters, so I really want them to feel that they can do anything they want to do.
My whole thing is that it doesn't matter what age we are. We are who we are at any age. I mean, like, hello. Very good, he said. Micky Stevenson is definitely one of Motown's unsung heroes. And it's true. But you learned something. And this is what I love when you said, after a lot of years, God loves me. Better late than never. And I'm still learning. What do you mean by that, my darling?
I'm still learning because he keeps giving me things to do.
Yes.
And in doing the things that I'm doing now, the knowledge that was given me, it all comes up to this point, which means there's even more to do. And if I keep acknowledging the fact that it comes from God, I
You're
can
gonna
keep going.
You're going.
And you are a shining example
Thank
of
you.
God's gifts, too. You
I
are
thank you.
amazing.
I thank you so very kind. Just if I had a voice, then I would have gone to you years ago. I
And
tell you.
been a superstar
A
then.
superstar then, you know? But we're going to hear a song that you're promoting now with a young lady called
Put a woman in the
Put
White
a Woman
House
in the White House
today,
Today.
which is in this show, Les
I
Gems.
love that. We're going to hear that right now.
There'll be work for everybody, food on every table. Every woman, every man can be all that they can if they're ready, willing, and able. We're living in a land where dreams come true. It's time to include me and you. Put a woman in the White House today. Y'all better hear what I say. Every child get a good education. That goes for hers, is yours, and mine. Every race, creed, and color. Now it really doesn't matter. There'll be no kids left behind in this land of opportunity. If we remain strong and free, put a woman in the White House today.
Today.
Come on, everybody, come on. It's time to get live.
Good. Go ahead. Give it.
This is your moment. This is your chance. Lord knows it is your time. All the old folks get free medication. All the poor folks get a place to stay. Everybody gets a chance if you're ready to advance in the good old U.S. of A. Every mother, every daughter, don't let this moment slip away. Put a woman in the White House. A prayer
will get it done.
everyone will help us get it done. Put a woman in the White House.
Today.
Yes.
Today.
Today. I mean, yes. William, Micky, Stevenson, you are the one, the only A&R man that counts with all of us. Thank you, everyone. It's been fabulous. We'll see you next time.
Have my fling. I'm gonna live until I die. The blues I lay low, I'll make 'em stay low. They'll never trail over my head. I'll be a devil till I'm an angel, but until then, hallelujah, gonna dance, gonna fly. I'll take a chance, riding high. Before my number's up, I'm gonna fill my cup. I'm gonna live until I die.